You see, a lot of the times you see women choose guys that it doesn't really make sense, right? You see her choose the weed smoking fucking twiglet with a skinny neck, right? Instead of the guy who goes to the gym and is on his purpose and all of that. It doesn't really make sense. What you have to understand first is that there are two categories that girls usually put guys in: the guys they want to date and the guys they want to fuck or just have fun with, right? Just spend time. It doesn't really have to be always like friends with benefits. It can just be guys that are seeing, but they don't see a future with. But women still like want the fun right now, so they are still gonna spend time with them. So you gotta figure out in which one of these categories you fall. I'll tell you right now, man. You always want to be in the category of fucking. You always want to be in the category of a girl that wants to fuck you but doesn't want to date you. Because you might end up dating a girl that wants to fuck you, but if you end up fucking a girl that just wants to date you, bro, you're gonna have the worst time of your life. The thing you have to understand is when girls want to date, they're looking mostly for safety and other things that I'm gonna be talking about later on in this video. They don't have to be that attracted to you, and they're not that excited about you. So you're gonna get the sex once a day, maybe at the end of the day, right? Or maybe a couple times a week, not even on a daily basis. That's the treatment you're gonna be getting from a girl that just wants to date you. Now, the reason why girls but also guys only in the category of fucking, because these are the guys that are attractive, that are talking to multiple girls, etc. Pre-selection, which we are going to talk about as probably as the first point in my opinion. But they think that they are a playboy, right? They don't think that this guy can be loyal. They don't think that this guy would be loyal to me, or sometimes think that he's too good for me, right? You definitely want to be in the second category, because that's when you're going to get the best version of that girl. And if you do end up dating her, she's gonna actually value 10 times more. So let's talk about it. Pre-selection. When a girl sees that other women desire you, how desired are you? They want a man that they can brag about. That's just women. They want a guy that can show off their friends, etc. And to be honest, to be fair, us men like sometimes do it too, bro. Like sometimes I show my girl to my guys, right, etc. We talk about it. So it's just like kind of a human thing. I feel like women do it more, in my opinion. They want approval of the group. Bro, no girl wants to date the guy that shows him to her friends and they say, really? You're with this guy? Why? Or she says, I would never date him, right? Now she doesn't want to date him either. Women are more like a herd, right? They want approval of the group, approval of their friends. We guys, like, we will date a girl even if our guy friends think that she's bad, right? She's bad for us. And sometimes they're right. A lot of the times your best friend will tell you if you should date the girl or not, and he will be right in the end. But we're so stubborn and we're gonna date the girl, and then we're gonna find out that he was right all along. You see it all the times, the memes on Instagram, reels on TikTok. When bro gets back with his ex, and then a guy just trying to stop him, right? And then 6 months later, he's back in the gym, right? And obviously, physical attraction. Again, she wants a guy that she can show off. She wants a guy that she can be proud of being with, or even proud of fucking, right? Girls like actually brag about sleeping with, you know, celebrities or with a guy, the most jacked guy in the gym, etc. You know, all that stuff. So being physically attractive is very important. I'm just gonna briefly cover this because I made plenty of videos on this. So it's mostly on the main channel, I believe, those videos. But yeah, obviously financial stability / financial future. This is something that's really interesting, and I never really understood until I got my own experience with this. So financial stability or financial future. So a girl will stay with a guy that if she doesn't want to have kids right now, she will date the guy that she sees a financial future with. She sees him making progress and she sees his ambition. I had this with a girl that she was 23. About half a year ago I met her. And I was with her for about a month. And it ended after that because I cheated on her. But when she saw my podcast, when she saw all the things I'm doing, right, on my Instagram and all of that, I was surprised. I thought that this girl would maybe only put me in the category of fucking, right? I think that. To be honest, like, this girl actually, like, spent more energy and opened up to me more. And it seems like almost she wanted to date me. Until she saw that I was, like, you know, seeing other girls, and that's when it kind of ended. It was my fault, but we weren't dating at the time either. So, like, you know, she couldn't expect me to be loyal. A girl can be fucking older than you, if she sees that you're ambitious and you're working hard and that you're making progress already, they're already doing well or better than others, she will be attracted to that. And a lot of girls don't actually need financial stability right now, or even if you have it at a low level. But if she sees you uprising, she wants to be with you, because every girl wants to be that girl that met him when he was broke, and 5 years later, 10 years later, he's a multi-millionaire, right? Because every girl wants to date a millionaire, but it's hard to catch a millionaire when he's already rich and he's already got tons of girls and abundance and all of that. They put that guy in the category of fucking or fun, because she knows that he's probably not going to choose her. She wants to usually choose the guy before he has those options, or she thinks he has those options, right? So this might be another thing. So another thing that Kevin Samuels explained very well was EQ, social skills, not IQ, EQ. So basically social skills and soft skills, as he explained it. Basically, if you're socially awkward with her on the first date, if you're afraid to kiss her, if you're afraid to ask her to come home with you, if it takes you a while to make the next move to break the touch barrier, etc., she's gonna pick up on that. And that's just genuinely gonna think that you're so scared of her that you're not ready for the real world if you're scared of a girl. That's like kind of like what she's kind of thinking. She thinks of you as less masculine, maybe like a boy, right? So much better to just make a move and fail than make a move too late or not make a move at all, because then you're never going to hear from that girl again. And if you make a move and you fail, bro, that girl might still see you for the second time, and then you can make the move and then you'll be able to succeed, right? Like I've sometimes invited girls to come over to my crib on the first date and they said no. And on the third date, they said yes. Okay, if you ask her to come to your place on the first date, don't ask on the second date right after. Ask it on the third date. That's like just a quick tip right there. Another thing is just fun overall. How fun is your life? Are you gonna bring her into something that's fun, or are you just a boring guy with no hobbies, no interests, etc.? Like just the gym isn't enough. Like, you know, like dating a gym girl and going to the gym together is cool and all that, but if you do some martial arts sports, right, you wrestle with her. If you like to travel the country, just hop on a train and go to another country, right? For example, if you're in Europe, or to another state in the US, etc. Just like doing random shit like that, or going to a big city for a weekend, you know, or just doing random shit like that, small adventures. She's gonna see that on your Instagram, and you have some fun stories to tell her. She's gonna want to be a part of that now. Right? Women want to be fun. Women want to have fun in their lives, and it makes sense. So one of the best ways to display this is either on your Instagram, right, in your travel highlights, or even like telling her a story, right, on the first date. If you can tell her an interesting, fun story, she's gonna want to be a part of that, bro. That's like such a genius tip. Like, you have interesting stories. If you can be that guy with a cool stories on the first date, second date, she's gonna want to be a part of that. So another thing that makes a woman choose you is a purpose or a goal that you are focused on. Now, why is this? Because this has nothing to do with her logically. Because if you're too available, if you're always texting her, etc., if you always are wanting to call her, seeing her 3 times a week, etc., if you have so much time for her, it's kind of repelling. You're kind of like a magnet on her. She wants to be chasing you. 2 people can't chase at the same time. Another quote from Dan Bilzerian. But she also doesn't want you to pretend you're busy, right? You don't want to be the type of guy who doubles the time she took to reply, or, you know, replies only. He sees the message, but he decides not to reply for hours on end. If you fabricate it, something about that gives women that gut feeling, or they can just tell a lot of the times, bro. When you're actually working and you literally reply to all your messages once a day or twice a day at 2 times in a day. Like, literally, I haven't, it's what time is it today? It's 8 a.m. right now. I woke up at 4. I didn't open my phone this morning at all. And I'm not going to open my phone until 11 a.m. because I got work to do. So I open all of my messages and I reply to them all at once from 11 to 12. 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Even my emails and all my messages that have piled up over the past few days. My messages I check every day, but like, you know, my emails, I don't check them all the time. If you have a specific hour that you reply to her, like she's gonna expect your reply at that time. And then some other day you change your schedule and it changes at some other time. You know, you're become more like unpredictable. But she doesn't want you to pretend you're busy. She wants you to actually be busy and have something that makes sense while you're busy. And the last thing that would put you in the category of dating is safety. But she also wants that from the guy she's fucking, right? Maybe emotional safety, maybe physical safety, financial safety, maybe all of the above, right? She wants to be with a guy that she feels like understands her, hears her, all of that. That's emotional safety. But even physical safety, she wants to be with a guy that she knows that he can fight, he's strong, he's big, he can protect her. You know, like she wants to be with a strong man. You don't have to be Eddie Hall, you know, but you have to be in shape. You have to know how to fight, for example. And you have to also learn how to, and this is going to be probably different than what you would expect me to say, but you need to be able to listen, okay? Just shut up and listen, and then elaborate on what she said. Don't just say, yeah, well, don't worry, it'll be fine, you know, whenever she has a problem. Like, actually find a solution for her problems. If you're going to be the guy that can fix her problems, she's not going to want to let go of you. So with this in mind, I hope that this gave you a lot of things to take notes on, to improve on, to know what to improve on right now. There are some other things that I wanted to mention, but I don't want to make this video too long because I see that we're on 15 minutes already. So if you want me to make a second part to this video, I can just comment it down, and perhaps I will. Perhaps I will sometime down the line in the future, maybe on this channel, maybe on the second channel. Like, this is the second channel, maybe on the main channel. I suppose I'll see. With this in mind, may God bless you. I'll see you on the next one.